All right, guys, listen, I thought while I was on this road trip, what I'd do is I had shot a video of taking this iCamper tent down. I never shot a video of putting it up. And one of the questions on the video of taking it down was, well, it probably takes 3 times that long to put it up. It takes less time to put it up really than it does to take it down. So I'm going to show you that now. I'm going to unlock the tent itself, which is just turning 2 keys basically, and unlatching it. After that, it's as simple as this. Just make sure you're leveled up. Once your floor's level, you're good there. The window flaps are free on both sides. Then all you gotta do is grab the poles out of here. You got 2 poles that are just alike for each window, and they're as simple as this. You put them in an eye, shove them in a slot. Put it in an eye, shove it in a slot. You got 2 just like that for the other side, and 2 for the front side. Okay, the 2 on the front side are simple as sliding them into the slot, fitting them backwards, and attaching them to the right spot in the cover itself. And the same thing on the other side. Just come in here, slide this in a slot, bend it up into its slot. Basically, you're done. Now it's a matter of getting in here, pulling the mattress forward, which takes exactly that much time, and about 30 seconds to put the other side window up, and you're done, ready to go. That's how quick and easy it is. All right, so I was asked about the books that I carry on the road, and I carry just a tote of books on the road with me. And a couple of the books are kind of in out, but most of them stay with me, and most of them are reference material and things that I read at night to refresh my memory or learn things that are new, okay? And they all have to do with basically the outdoors. Now, I have a Lockerbie journal in here. I'm a big journaler, okay? I've talked about that in other videos. So I have a journal in there for making journal entries. I put the Ultimate Hang in there this week because I'm going to see Derek Hansen at Hang In. We're going to do a book exchange and swap and photo op, if that's what we're going to call it. He's got Ultimate Hang 3 is out now, I think. I'm going to have him go ahead and sign this one. And I'm going to give him a Bushcraft 101 and do the same for him. And I'm going to buy his Ultimate Hang 3 as well, okay? Other than that, you know, you've got Audubon Field Guide to North American Trees, Audubon Field Guide to North American Mushrooms, Eastern Forest by Peterson's, and this is the Legacy edition, the leather-bound edition. Obviously, we have a Bible with us. The Book of Law is always a good read at night. I have the Complete Walker in here, Volume 4 by Colin Fletcher. Always good information to be gleaned by other writers that do things different than you do. He's a big ultralight, long-distance hiking guy. I'm more of a bushcraft and survival guy, so I can glean things from his knowledge, just like Derek Hansen, okay? Nothing wrong with that. Animal Skulls, Guide to North American Species. Animal Tracks and Sign, North American Species. Field Guide to Wild Edible Plants. And the manual for my ID 52, which is in the truck. I was asked about that as well too. Am I carrying a radio with me? Of course I'm carrying a radio with me. I've got my UHF VHF ID 52 with me. Just haven't done anything with it yet. Okay. So those books are what's being carried this week. Again, a couple of those would be considered in and out if I wasn't going to this event, but most of them stay in this box and fit it perfectly. I'm not going to cook any food on the stove tonight. I'm just going to make a quick Pathfinder meal here, okay? We'll just pick something out here. That's a breakfast. Chili mac and cheese. That's pretty good stuff. What else we got in here? We got Southwest chicken and rice. And we got loaded baked potato soup. That's always good on a cold night. So I think we're going to fix that. Now, what I want to show you guys today, a couple things. First thing I want to show you is this. This is a stove that we're getting ready to offer this week. It's no brand. It's not a Pathfinder branded stove. It has no branding on it whatsoever. What we did with the factory that makes this stove is we had them make us a black case and completely remove any branding that may be on the stove. We did not want this to be a Pathfinder branded item because we're not going to wholesale it. We're going to buy it and sell it cheap enough that it's affordable for the common man, and we don't have to mark it up to the point where we can wholesale it at the same time, so it'll be only a retail item. But it comes in a black plastic case. It's a nice stove. I've used this one quite a bit already. Isobutane or propane will work with this stove, either one. It's a pretty simple stove. It's got a hose on it here that you can unroll. The legs fold out, just like this, and then they fold down, just like this and this, to give you standoff. It's got an igniter on it that lights it, and you just plug it into your isobutane and you're ready to rock and roll. Okay, so let's make some loaded baked potato soup. Then I want to show you this Dyneema heater bag, or oven bag, for lack of a better word, that helps your meal cook faster. Okay, so we'll talk about those two things in this video. Let's get us some water in a cup. All right, the reason I like this stove is it's big enough for the skillet. A good stable platform for a skillet, but it extends in far enough over the burners that a cup sits on it really nice too. And it's got these ripples on it to give it good grip. And I like that really well too. We'll get ourselves enough water to make our soup here. We'll get this dude turned on. There she goes. All right. Some water on the boil here. This thing's got really good adjustment. You can take it all the way down to simmer mode very, very easily. When you crank it up, the thing's like a jet. I generally don't want to crank it up to where it goes too far around the cup because I don't want these handles to get hot. You can obviously handle them with gloves. It's not necessary. Get some water hot. Get our soup ready. Okay, once your water's boiling, that dude filled up as much as you desire this soup. So you might like it a little thicker, you might like it a little thinner. Really up to you. I usually put crackers in it too. That thickens it up a little bit. And the other thing I want to show you besides the stove here is this Dyneema bag, and it's made to insulate this bag while it's cooking. So you seal this back up, shake it up real good, and then you take this Dyneema bag and you put this bag inside of it, just like this, and it basically insulates that thing like a little pouch. Stretch it around a little bit more there, like that. And it will make your food cook almost twice as fast, okay? And you can shake it up while it's in this bag, not a problem. Get things good and mixed up. And where it might take 10 or 15 minutes, probably gonna take like 5 or 6, okay? With this bag. So we'll set that aside. And we got the stove turned off. We'll let it cool down. We'll get it put away. I'll show you that real quick. I want to talk about this windscreen with you real fast. If you look at this stove, it's got a built-in windscreen, and that is one of the reasons I chose this stove, was because of that. That built-in windscreen keeps you from having to carry an extra piece most of the time with you. If you got a really, really high wind, a windscreen is not going to hurt. But in normal conditions, you don't need a windscreen with this stove, and I really like that. I also like the fact that it is very compact, and the size of this black case that it comes in is very conducive to kits and things like that, putting it into kits. It fits really well in this black bag with a tank of fuel and a bunch of food and all my kitchen stuff. We've talked about that before. But at the same time, if I wanted to put this in my backpack, it would not take up that much room to put this stove in there. I like that, okay? Okay, so once we're finished with our stove, again, you know, I like that windscreen on that dude. We're just gonna fold our legs up, just like that. And we're gonna fold our legs in, just like that. Take your hose, wrap it from the bottom around like this, drop it inside. And that thing will go right down in the box, just like that. Just perfect. Love that little stove. That thing is awesome. You know, one thing I like when I'm traveling, especially with the rooftop tent and the trailer, that Smittybilt trailer's got those compartments in it we talked about for holding things. In your kitchen compartment, holds a couple of these real well inside there, and I carry these, especially when the wife's with me, things like that. This is a Yuko meal kit, and basically it gives you a set of utensils, a bowl and a plate, as well as a cup, silicone. You got to push it out. Kind of cold right now. It gives you a silicone bottom cup, a bowl, and a plate. A pretty good little system. And then you've got a spoon, a fork, and a knife. So we're going to use this bowl to eat our soup in, because I want to mix some crackers in it. And I'm not a fan of eating out of the bag unless I'm on the trail. I don't mind doing dishes in camp. So we're going to go ahead and dump this soup in our bowl here. Again, this is the Pathfinder brand baked potato, loaded baked potato soup. All right. And look at that. Nice full bowl there. Always remember to pack out your trash, okay? Open up some crackers here. Brought a couple sleeves on this trip. Get ourselves about 6 of them out of there and squash them up. We'll be ready to eat the soup. Money. Probably gonna let that cool down just a little bit. Still scalding coming out of the bag. That Dyneema bag really works well for this stuff. I mean, it works fantastic. You know, I don't mind waiting for this stuff to cook in camp, things like that, but that cook bag or that oven bag, if you're on the trail and you're trying to get your food in you quick, or if you're trying to beat the dark, whatever the case may be, you're in a hurry, again, it cuts cook time in half probably. So let's get this potato soup in us here. That's fantastic. I tell you what, Heather Schwartz does a fantastic job with our food, no question about it. Man, that's good. I gotta tell you, I feel like a dummy right now because I just remembered I've still got about 3 or 4 pieces of that bacon from last night that I didn't eat on the road today. And I could have put it in here while that thing was in the bag hot, tore it up a little bit and added some bacon to this. That would have been awesome. I mean, it's got bacon in it already, but I could have put a ton more in there. Now I'm just gonna have to eat the bacon the way it is after the meal, but that would have been awesome. Hindsight 2020, fellas. Well, as the old man used to say, clean plate club. Time to get dishes done and just piddle around camp for a little while until she gets dark, and then we'll go in and read a book. Appreciate you guys joining for volume 3 or vlog 3 of our road trip. Like I said, I'll try to keep on keeping on with this vlogs every day if I can. I don't know how quick this is going to upload. I don't have Wi-Fi where I'm at right here, and I did bring my Starlink. I know Kevin Baxter's bringing his to HangCon. So if I can't get this up with the cellular service I have here tonight, I'll get it up tomorrow. But it should be going up on Tuesday night if it goes up on time. Appreciate your views, appreciate your support. I thank you for everything you do for our school, for our family, for our business, for all of our sponsors, instructors, affiliates, and friends. And I'll be back with another video as soon as I can, guys. Thanks.